Hello everyone, it's Mary Beth, and today I'm going to walk you through our Materio Selections Clipper. This is our Chrome extension that is going to allow you to get items from across the web into your projects really quickly so that you can have all the details to hand off later down the line. All right, let's dig in. So first, let's say that I have a project, and in this case, I just have one item, but I want to clip a product directly into this pendant. So first, I'm going to come to the website of the product that I want to clip. So I'm going to go ahead and in the top right of Chrome, I'm going to click the Materio logo. So I'm going to click that. And when I do, the selection clipper is going to pop out from the right side, and it's going to now shift over the page that I'm looking at. So it's not going to overlap. It's going to open this up. You'll also notice that you'll see who's logged in at the top, and you'll also see some default information that we are going to attempt to pull from these websites. Now, some websites are going to work better than others, but just know that you can always customize and edit this information. So first, I'm actually going to choose, in this case, to clip directly to a project instead of my design library. And I'm going to type it in and look for the project. And then I'm going to select the item that I want it to be added onto. Now you have to have a selection item in your project for that to show up right here. So just know that if you don't see something, it's because you need to go back and add it in from your project. And then you'll see that Materio has attempted to pull in some images. And if this is actually the finish that I want and the image that I want, that is great. I'm also going to go ahead and use our new click to add function, and I'm going to click on this image and then pull in this larger one. So I'm going to hit close, and you'll see that Materio is letting me know that one of these images is large using this L right here, and one of these is medium. So if you ever go to a site where it auto pulls anything that is extra small or small, you may want to remove it and then add in a larger image. All right. I did want to call out that you can also upload images directly here if you'd like. So if you have anything that you've rendered or a screenshot that you've taken, you can either drag it in or upload using the upload function. And then we are pulling in information for client-facing name and internal name. In this case, I'm going to get rid of some of the information that is associated with the vendor and just shorten that. We are pulling in the SKU. Now we want to make sure that this is correct. It looks like it's a little bit shorter, so I'm actually going to use the click to add, and then I'm going to pull in that new SKU. And then again for finish, I'm going to go ahead and click this one. And I'm going to just scroll down and get some of the information that I want. So again, I'm going to do the standard dimension here, pull that in. Now we're going to scroll down. I usually like to get rid of the notes. I don't really need the descriptions, but you can add them in. Now, another thing that I want to highlight in our selections clipper is that you now have vendor contacts, and those are associated with trade discounts. So you'll see that because I'm on Visual Comfort, it is populated here as a vendor contact. If you don't have one, and it's the first time that you're clipping from that website, you can always add a new vendor, and that's just going to be the company name and the website. And we're going to already have mine in, so I'm just going to hit save. And then in your Materio account, in your contacts list, you can set up standard trade discounts and markups for your vendors. So this is auto-populated right here because it knows that I'm pulling from Visual Comfort, and this is my trade discount. Now, if this is the first time that you're pulling from a website, you may not have that trade discount on, so I can just turn that on, and then I can set a discount here as well. But it is a great idea to go ahead and go into your contacts and get that set up so it's already there if anyone on your team is clipping. And I've got my standard markup in for this vendor. I am going to add shipping here. I'm going to go ahead and estimate $50 for this, and I'm also going to go ahead and mark up the shipping as well. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here with the clipper is making sure that you know how to pull in technical resources. So I'm going to use the click to add function again to bring in the spec sheet and the install guide for this item. That way, when it is approved by my client and I go to hand it off to the electrician, they have everything that they need. So I'm going to go ahead and hit close and then hit save clip. Now this is going to land over in my project, so we'll go take a look. Okay, now we're in my project, and you can see that this pendant now has one option, and it is right here. I did want to go over just a few more things around the selections clipper. So one, you can pull directly into your design library, and this is great if you're just pulling things and you're not quite sure where it's going to go yet, or you have things that are using repeatably. So I'm going to go library, and then in this, I can go ahead and type in a category, And if I wanted to create a new group, I could, let's say I didn't have chandeliers in here, I could add that in and just hit create. So you can create subgroups from the clipper. And then I also wanted to call out down here that you can insert your lead time, which is important. And I skipped that on the last step, but I'm going to go ahead and just enter it in. You can choose weeks or days. And then again, it's already pulling that information in for me. That's great. So really, that's it. The clipper is pretty awesome. It allows you to pull things really easily into your projects and into your design library. That is our selections clipper. And if you have any questions about how you get that clipper, how you install it to Chrome, or anything about clipping, you can always reach out to us at hello@materio.co.